News is brought to you by Nye Automotive Group. Come see why it's gotta be Nye. Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Wednesday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking a chilly night ahead of us with frost and freeze concerns. And then after that, it'll turn warmer again with a lot of sun. So let's take a live look right now at downtown Utica, where currently it is still 50 degrees, but we're falling pretty rapidly right now. Winds out of the east-southeast at 6 miles an hour. And that dew point is a key indicator where our temperatures are going to go during the overnight hours, because we'll have clearing skies and calmer winds out there. I'll talk more about that in a second, but as far as today's high temperature was concerned, that's right where we should be for this time of year, 67 degrees. The low this morning was pretty chilly, 37, and will be a degree or two cooler than that in many locations. That's below the average of 47. Obviously not anything records, record high 88 in 2019, and some of us could be close to that record low of 30 degrees, although not so much in downtown Utica. Areas up toward the north and east and down toward the south are already into the 40s out there right now. But we've got the upper 40s to right around, if not just above 50 as of the 10 o'clock hour in the Mohawk Valley, where there is a frost advisory for temperatures in the middle and upper 30s to right around 40 degrees. That's from midnight to 8 a.m. Same thing for Chenango and Madison counties, and then to the northwest and down toward the south and east. You do have a freeze warning in effect from midnight to 8 a.m., and that's for temperatures that could be between 28 and 32 degrees. Temperature, there we go. There's our temperatures overnight tonight. Again, the warmest in the valley, coolest to the northwest and down toward the south and east. And again, wouldn't be surprised if we saw a couple of upper 20s squeezed in between. But as we head through the next couple of days, that frost and freeze will become history as we see temperatures return to well above average levels, especially once we get beyond Friday and through Tuesday of next week. And then by Wednesday, it's cooler, and we might finally have some showers as well. Actually, seasonably cooler, I should say. Hurricane Imelda right now is a Category 2 storm off the coast of the Atlantic with 100-mile-an-hour winds as of the 8 p.m. advisory, and continuing to gain momentum, moving to the east-northeast now at 24 miles an hour. But we've got high pressure and control helping to deflect Imelda off toward the south and east, and also keeping the radar free and clear precipitation through at least the next several days. So you can see that here, the precipitation chance is going to remain low through at least the weekend, and then we might get into some scattered showers with the cold front that moves through and drops the temperature for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Temperatures overnight tonight under mainly clear skies in the 20s, 30s, 40s, so a frosty start to your Thursday, and then we'll see some areas of high clouds as we head through the afternoon. With a lot of sun, temperatures will recover to seasonable levels, which is in the lower and middle 60s for this time of year, and then we will drop again pretty quickly tomorrow night, but it'll still be cool, just not as chilly as it will be out there tonight. And then as we head through the weekend, very warm with high temperatures around 80 degrees both days, and still seasonably mild as we head into next week with some showers coming through. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan. The Utica Pike
Eyewitness Weather Forecast.
And a good Wednesday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking a chilly night ahead of us with clear skies, but thankfully it doesn't last long because we've got some summer-like weather returning for the end of the week and into the weekend as well. Far from October, right? It is October 1st after all, and it'll feel a little bit chillier than that overnight. Winds right now out of the north-northwest at 10 miles an hour, bringing in that chilly air, but still 63 degrees. The dew point is well below that at 38, the measure of how much moisture is in the air, and that'll give you an indication of where our temperatures will end up during the overnight hours as that dew point continues to drop. We do have some areas both to the northeast and to the southeast that are already in the 50s, like Old Forge and Cooperstown, both at 58, Lake Pleasant and Oneonta, both at 59, but the majority of us are still into the lower 60s, but by and large that is several degrees cooler, as much as 5 to 10 degrees cooler than it was at this time yesterday. So you definitely notice that. And we do have frost advisories in effect for all of the Mohawk Valley as well as Madison and Chenango counties midnight to 8 a.m. for freeze warnings. That's for Lewis, Northern Oneida, as well as Otsego counties. That's where you have the best chance of seeing temperatures in the upper 20s to lower 30s. The rest of us will have temperatures in the middle and upper 30s to right around 40 during the overnight hours. So definitely want to make sure you take care of your pets and your plants as well. Overnight temperatures, there we go, as I just mentioned, right around freezing both to the northwest and southeast, and we'll be into the middle and upper 30s elsewhere. As far as temperatures, where they're going over the next several days, the average high for this time of year, 67. The closest we'll be to that will be both tomorrow and as we go through next Wednesday as well. And then we'll be well above that by the time we get toward the weekend, especially Saturday, Sunday. We'll be in the upper 70s and lower 80s. As far as Hurricane Imelda is concerned, we do have 100 miles an hour for those maximum sustained winds, and it is Category 2 storm right now as of the 5 p.m. advisory, now rapidly moving to the east-northeast at 22 miles an hour, but high pressure is keeping things in control over the next several days. That's our fair weather friend, and as such, the radar is looking high and dry out there right now. It's going to remain that way through the weekend, and it's not until the start and middle of next week that we finally start to get some rain chances in here, as well as some cooler temperatures. That'll be part of a cold front, but again, clear skies and calm winds overnight tonight will set us up for those chilly conditions that we'll have out there. So you definitely want to be mindful of the frost and the freeze conditions. Maybe grab some hot coffee for the ride to work tomorrow morning and allow for a little bit of extra time for that car to warm up. But as we head through the day, we'll recover nicely into the middle and upper 60s, which is right where we should be for this time of year. But as we go through the next several days, we'll be well above that. Very warm as we head into the weekend with temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s. And then we've got that front coming through next Tuesday afternoon into Wednesday with some scattered showers, and it'll also result in some cooler temperatures. Thomas, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Jordan.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Wednesday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking a frosty night ahead of us before we return to some summer-like warmth for the first full weekend of October. Right now in downtown Utica, temperature at the present time 50 degrees, although we do have a southeasterly breeze at 3 miles an hour. That dew point is at 34, and that's a pretty good indication of where our temperatures are going to go. Maybe not that low, but pretty close to it, at least in downtown Utica during the overnight hours. Other numbers from around the northeast are cooler up toward the north. We've got largely 40s up there, and we've got some 50s in between, and then some 60s down toward the coast, New York City and Philadelphia, both exactly at 60, D.C. At 64 at the present time. Back here closer to home, we do already have some locations in the Adirondacks and North Country that are already down into the 30s, but most of us reporting 40s, right around 50 here in the valley, and we'll drop a few more degrees as we head through the overnight hours. For that reason, a frost advisory is in effect for the Mohawk Valley as well as Madison and Shenango counties, where we'll have temperatures in the middle and upper 30s to right around 40 during the overnight hours. To the northwest and southeast, it's a freeze warning where you could have temperatures in the upper 20s to lower 30s. And the reason why Hamilton and northern Herkimer counties are not included in either one of those is because technically the growing season has ended there. So temperatures again overnight tonight, many of us dropping into the 30s, and in the Adirondacks there could be some of those temperatures below freezing, especially in Lewis County and into Otsego County as well. The average high for this time of year, 67 degrees, will be a little bit below that tomorrow. Same thing next Wednesday when another cold front moves through. But in between that, we'll get into the upper 70s to right around, if not just above 80 degrees Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, which is well above average for this time of the year, and it looks dry throughout that stretch as well. Hurricane Imelda is now still a Category 2 storm with winds of 100 miles an hour, continuing to gain momentum as of the 11 p.m. advisory, moving to the east-northeast at 29 miles an hour. Back here closer to home, we do have high pressure and control, keeping the radar free and clear of precipitation, and it's expected to remain that way through at least the weekend with low to basically zero rain chances. That changes as we head toward Tuesday and Wednesday of next week when a cold front finally moves through. As far as tonight is concerned, we'll see clear skies and calming winds, temperatures in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. That's the way your Thursday will start. We'll see a lot of sun, areas of high clouds in there as well, and temperatures will recover nicely to seasonable levels, making their way up into the 60s, lower and middle 60s by the time we head toward the afternoon with, again, a lot of sunshine. So really not a bad look for the second day of October. And as far as our 7-day forecast is concerned, taking us through the early part of October, we'll see temperatures well above average by the time we head in toward the weekend, and it looks like the start of next week will start that way too. And it looks like we could finally get some showers in here. We do need those after all, Tuesday afternoon into Wednesday, and that'll bring a cool down as part of a cold front moving through. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan. Eyewitness News.